According to the American National Pasta Association, founded in 1904, widespread consumption of pasta can be documented in the 14th century. It is believed to have come from ancient Greece and China, and although it has no one pinpoint origin, it is enjoyed throughout the world in many shapes, sizes, and varieties today. In this video, I'll be giving a brief history of pasta in the United States of America and on a global scale. In most recipes, pasta can be made of 3 simple ingredients: flour, eggs, and salt. As simple as it sounds, it's enjoyed in so many ways with so many kinds of sauces and soups. Because of this simplicity, pasta was brought to the New World with many varieties appearing on the tables of the newly found nation of the United States of America. It was Thomas Jefferson himself, one of the founding fathers of America, who designed and brought the first macaroni maker to America. From 1880 to 1924, a total of 4 million people immigrated to the United States from Italy, a majority of them settling into Brooklyn, New York. This surge in new immigrants meant that authentic Italian cuisine would be new and largely present in the United States. Around this time, pasta was sold at dry goods stores in loose bins. In the midst of World War I, European exports were banned, initiating the creation of the pasta industry in the United States, with pasta manufacturing companies emerging left and right all over the East Coast. Even though at the time pasta was still considered a uniquely ethnic dish, mostly enjoyed by the Italian community, throughout the early 1900s, the pasta industry boomed, with new innovations of pasta presses, spaghetti spreaders, and packaging, allowing pasta to be enjoyed throughout the United States regardless of where you were. In the mid-1900s, many people were exposed to pasta and Italian culture while off at war in Europe. And around this time, pasta crossed the cultural boundary of being a food only enjoyed by Italians to a staple food across the United States. Highlighted by the Great Depression, pasta became a common food found throughout the United States because of its convenience, low cost, and deliciousness, crossing the cultural border and being enjoyed by anyone, whether it be mac and cheese, a macaroni casserole, or fettuccine alfredo. Legend states that when Marco Polo, an Italian explorer, visited China, he came back with noodles, later becoming pasta when the locals began to use their own ingredients. Durum or semolina flour was used by the Italians because of its high gluten content, which helped with the springiness of the pasta. Pasta has been adopted across many countries and ethnicities. Places like Spain, Argentina, Morocco, and even Israel have their own versions and variations of this Italian dish. Fideo, Spanish fideo, looks like shortened strings of spaghetti, but don't be fooled by its size. It's derived from traditional Arabic dish. These little strands are traditionally eaten as a part of paella, where their texture nicely complements the seafood and vegetables, and robust flavor. Argentina sorrentinos were derived by Italian immigrants of Argentina. Argentinian sorrentinos are synonymous with the culture and resemble almost a bigger overstuffed ravioli with the meat and cheese of your liking stuffed inside. These sorrentinos are sold anywhere, commonly in Buenos Aires. These two examples already show the true diversity of pasta globally, with more and more examples existing in all sorts of countries. And depending on your definition of pasta, even more countries have their own rendition, with some sources even stating that pad thai or other noodle dishes also classify as pasta. The global dispersion of these quote-unquote pasta dishes just goes to show how many different ways one specific food can be interpreted by many, many different cultures and countries. This in a way shows us how, although we are different in our own unique ways, we are all connected. This also shows how the history of pasta itself kind of resembles the history of humans. In one way or another, we're all connected. Pasta is only one of many examples of food that brings people together. I believe as a student that we learn too much about what separates us and not enough about what brings us together. Pasta is a family food, and it brings people from all different backgrounds and heritages together. Although some might say this topic is silly, I think it's important to learn about some of the happy things in history, and the history of pasta and other foods in general is a good place to start, and that's why I believe that this topic or a similar topic should be taught in school. Pasta is a happy food, and it's important for history to celebrate happy things. Generally, in history class, we learn about things that are bad. We learn about mistakes that we don't want to repeat. But what about things we do want to repeat, like the invention of pasta and other foods that bring us together? In history class, I propose that we learn about subjects and ideas that were good, so that we can repeat these kinds of things in the future, to spark inspiration and bring innovation to the future. Kids should learn about good things, not just bad things, so they can be the people in the future who do good things.